Los Pumas have flown under the radar heading into this World Cup, and will fancy their chances in a wide open Pool D. Argentina have seen mixed results in international rugby. Disappointing losses and massive upset victories. They've been unpredictably inconsistent over the last few years. So, which Argentinian team will we see at this World Cup? Recently, they've had two competitive losses to the Springboks, a win over the Wallabies and the thumping from the All Blacks. But they've shown they can match it with anyone on their day. Coached by Michael Cheika, for me, Argentina's entire World Cup campaign heavily depends on their first pool game against England. In my opinion, Argentina will start their campaign with a win over England, and go on to be frontrunners in Pool D. They'll versus an English team missing Owen Farrell and Billy Vunipola, really bolstering their chances to get off to that good start. They'll have to rewrite the history books though. Argentina have only ever won one of their first 10 World Cup matches. I mean, how's that for a poor record? With that said though, this will be the first time ever Argentina will head into a World Cup with Test Centurions in their ranks. If you look at their World Cup squad, it's the most experienced side they've ever taken to a World Cup. It's also a really Argentinian styled squad. Rampaging forwards with live wire backs, captained by Julian Montoya. You'll want to keep an eye on their back row, specifically Pablo Matera, one of Argentina's most inspirational players that loves finding himself in open space. Don't all back rowers. And Juan Martin Gonzalez, who linger in the wider channels and run like they're in a game of rugby sevens. Honestly though, Juan Martin Gonzalez is one of the best back rowers in the world right now. The lad just racks up the attacking stats, would be a fantasy rugby beast. Fly half Santiago Carreras is also a real handful as a running fly half, who draws on his experience as a fullback to pick apart opposition defensive lines. He also has an excellent passing and kicking game, which makes him a real threat with ball in hand. In terms of live wire backs, Emiliano Boffelli, Mateo Carreras, Rodrigo Isgro, and Juan Imhoff can all make something out of absolutely nothing. If there's anything we've learned from watching Argentina over the last 10 years, it's that their outside backs are lethal. Argentina have a really probing style and shape in attack. Their wingers and fullback constantly linger in and around the breakdown, looking for short balls or offloads near tiring forwards. When they do get the ball out wide, don't be surprised to see back rowers wreaking havoc in the wider channels. Matera and Gonzalez especially, this is their bread and butter. Los Pumas love kicking, but real attacking kicks. They're a defensive nightmare for opposition teams, dealing with players coming into the line in and around the breakdown, a dangerous offloading game, while also trying to defuse short and long kicks in behind the defensive line. Admittedly, their game plan relies on a high level of skill, which at times can lead to plenty of errors when it's just not clicking. When it is though, they can put a lot of points on in a short amount of time. Defensively, they've struggled at times in the centres this year, and is probably their biggest weakness. Something they must fix to stand a chance in the deeper stages of the tournament. After missing the knockout stages at the last World Cup, giving them a chance to make the finals will be seen as a pass mark for Michael Cheika's men. This is probably the toughest team to predict how they'll go, because no one really knows with Argentina. I see them winning Pool D, but won't be surprised at all if they drop a game. I think they'll go on to make the quarterfinals and be in a real 50-50 tussle from there. Either way, I think they'll be bounced out in the quarterfinals or semi-finals one way or another. It'd be great to see them go a little further, but I'm very skeptical. I really think they'll drop a game because Cheika hasn't worked out who his best 23 is, and over his entire time at the Wallabies, the starting side was a constant revolving door, which really makes performance hard to predict. Please add down in the comments anything you think I may have missed, or if you want to add some value. If you did enjoy it, check out my playlist on YouTube, it really helps with the algorithm. Thanks for watching.